Cheers to you one and all. Welcome back to another stream of game development. Bitch. So let's fucking do it. Let me get you updated on where we're at right now. We've got a emitter that we've been fucking with. Alright, so an emitter is this thing. It's a particle effect. And we have done a lot of work on this particle effect. We have done the following. We've gone ahead and created the particle effect itself. We've created a specific decal that will appear after that particle effect touches any object, and a script for both of those. So what will happen if we go to this particle effect, we can play it and you can see if we if you look at it, I mean, we can move it. There we go. It splats all over the place. And the cool thing is, look what it does. If I actually play it in the game, it's only going to fire off once here. That's going to make me a liar and crash on my ass. So, as you can see, those bloodstain pieces not only hit the wall, but it also hit his face. You can see there's some very detailed ones on his face right there. So we can add that map to not just his face, but the rest of his body as well, so that he will get those effects. So on this head, the body part script includes the ability for these blood decals to stick on there. Thanks. Yeah, it's time to go to bed, but I'm not going to bed. You're just gonna have to deal with that. I can't be bothered to fucking change at this point. I need to do this. I'm either gonna show everybody the development or I'm gonna fucking do it in secrecy. I'm just going to show everybody. It's how it's going to work. So, anyway, what I did to get this blood to work was I obviously just asked ChatGPT to use alpha transparency and make me a bunch of blood drops and a bunch of splatters. Super easy, super no paying any money for the motherfucking graphics. And they look pretty good. They look pretty good, especially if we get them to appear at the right time. There is an issue, so I'm going to go in again, I'll show you what the issue is, and then I've got to fix that issue. And then after I fix that issue, we'll be able to make his arm explode and his body explode, and we'll make a sound effect. Yeah, it's called a PNG file, and it's called alpha transparency, and you have to ask for it. And so I asked for PNG. It gave me one that wasn't actually having alpha, and then it put one with alpha on it that's truly alpha, which meant that you can use the transparency. After you get a sprite sheet, dude, here's what you can do. Take a look at your project. It automatically will take any sprite sheet and make it into single sprites. So I'm going to show you that right now. If you look in the... God damn it. Sprites. There's a sprite? Do we get a sprites? Assets. What the fuck? Material? Yeah, it was material. That's not it, though. This is not the right thing. Fuck, where are they? It wasn't here, was it? No, it wasn't. Where did I put that fucking thing? Fuck. Decals, that's right. Okay, so as you can see here, these ping files with these transparencies, if you click on this little guy here, it'll just explode out into all of the shit. as their own sprites. So you can have a whole sprite set, and you can have your AI generate you a whole sprite set very consistently, and this will just fucking chop that bitch up for you. And then you could set it as random among them, which is what I did on that emitter, and that made them come out in different sizes, which is fantastic in my opinion. Say please when asking ChatGPT something. Yes, I do often say please. It matters. Sometimes I get really pissed off at it too. I think that matters as well. The most important thing, whether you get all emotional about it or not, is that you give ChatGPT or any other AI model feedback. Feedback is what it needs to do what it wants to do. So, anyway, the fucking next step, though, I'll show you once again. It's going to spurt out one time, and then I'll show you what the problem is. And it's different every time, so those splatters are going to land in different spots, and yep, you'll get it. Now, see, notice how his face is, like, shaded? Do you see that grayness in the background? That's actually background grayness right there. And what that is blood splatter that flew in the 3D world and hit the background plane instead of the foreground plane. We want this foreground plane to get hit because it looks like the blood got splattered on the fishbowl. It also has to go on this bitch's head. As you can see, a little bit got on there. It's very important to me that we are able to bloodify these characters on all of their limbs. So, the items also need to be coverable in blood. They all need to be masked. That's how I did this head. I've only done one of these. So, if you look at the knight's head, I've got a sprite mask on him, I believe. I don't think it's on this. It's going to be on the scene. Ew! No, wait, I can't do that. I'm going to stop there. Alright, so you can see the sprite mask here. I've got that guy making sure that anything that is touching this and getting attached to it gets cut off at the edge of the sprite where the transparency is. Which is why the sprites are sticking to his head only and not sticking outside and hovering around. Alright, so we have to fix that background horse shit, and that is the next task. Alright, let's go look at it. Alright, we need to take this blood particle and you can filter it out. Alright, it's suggesting that I tag everything that receives blood and then only allow that to happen. The problem is the foreground can't be tagged. And I really like the effect of the foreground being like that. So maybe I need to make a background and then make that background not allow the blood, is what I'm thinking. So alright, I gotta give this thing some feedback. It's suggesting stuff that is not going to work because it's assuming that I have it set up in a certain way. It assumes that I set a background layer, which I haven't even done. Alright, so I wonder what color background will be best for this as well, because we're gonna have to put it back. It could be gray. I like the gray background already, so I may have to just put an invisible gray background. It's be easy enough to do. Visual background layer. I think we're just gonna have to add a sprite. So that's easy enough to do. I'm gonna make a big ass background sprite. This game, it's easy enough to have one sprite that's the size of the screen. It's not even gonna take up that much memory because this is a one screen game at the moment. I don't see it being any bigger than that either. Alright, so let's put a 2D object of a sprite as a square. We will give it the color of the wall, and we will make it very, very big. Is that what we want to do? Or do we want to do this? You're going to let me do this instead? That'll work. Alright, good. Alright, excellent. Let's make it a little bigger than everything. And we're going to call this bitch background. We're going to give it a sorting layer and everything. So we're going to call this... Alright, I made a tag. Yay. Alright, come on. Fucking background. There it is. And I want the layer to be... Add layer. God damn it. Default is ass, but what I can do is just use the tag. Now the last thing to do is make this be like -50 or something. There we go. So what happens now if I just do that? I'll bet the blood will splatter on the background completely, and it'll be red, I'll bet, too. Hey, Taiga Hana, what the fuck is up? Another day in the fishbowl indeed. I know. It's getting crowded in there. We don't have long to wait before these bitches are going to come alive right before you. It's going to be crazy. But anyway, until we do that, we still have to get all our systems in order. So, this system, let's test it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we've got 2 guys. We got a lot, man. Things have changed a lot. We're getting very close to having all the systems done. There's that blood splatter. All right, it happened. I do see the black background bullshit happening still here, even though I have a thing in the background, which tells me, I don't know what the hell it tells me. I still think it hit that background, but what? It's like there's something wrong with this head. Does the rest of the night do that? It does, doesn't it? No? Only the head? Oh, it's because only the head is... I feel like something else is wrong. It's gotta be. Why would this... Is there a solo button? I remember seeing a solo button before. These are all the decals. Mortal Tale, this is going to be a sandbox where you summon an AI entity and you can put it in a bowl. And you can summon up to one other AI entity and put it in a bowl. And then you can watch them interact with each other. And you can drop crap in there to mix it up a little bit. You can tap on the glass. You can talk to them and convince them to love each other or hate each other or whatever the fuck you want. That's what this is. It's a massive social experiment with artificial intelligence. But the system is what I need to build first. It's going very well. The problem is that my sprites that I'm exploding on the foreground are also magically appearing in the background for some reason. Only, mind you, in this knight's head, and none of the other shit that he has is doing that. So, I mean, if I jump, you can see only his head's changing color all weird. There's some weird masking or transparency happening with that head that is not helping. If I go here, we can do some temporary stuff to see if, like, I can take this sprite mask off and boom, his head just disappears. So I know that that's not what the issue is. They let you debug the game while it's playing and let you adjust some of these fields to see what's affecting things. This speech anchor, that has nothing to do with it. The head has the body part script. If I turn that off, nope. Now look at that. That's interesting. You see the black there? If I take the sprite off, that sprite is not appearing in the foreground enough. Something else is... What if I just bring his head up? I could not be taking care of the problem. That's an issue for me, but at least I could get it done. Let's just see what happens if I put this at number 4. Nothing. What about 100? Nothing. What about 3? And I try to find something else. Draw mode. Visible inside mask? None. None does nothing. Visible outside mask kills the mask. This is what you want to make sure the blood effects stay inside. The definitely doesn't work. It doesn't help. There's something on the face that feels like it's in the background, but it's not. Alright, let's see if we can select this thing. Can we get it? This decal? Can we get it? Can we look at the detail there? What about that decal? Got that decal down there? How about you? What about you back there? Is there anything back there? Alright, well, give you one of the masks. With no sprite. Yeah, they're all around here. So actually they're appearing on the knight body. Like the knight prefab. Or no. Is it the front arm? No, it's definitely... is it on body? Is on body. Is it on head? No. It is on body. So all of these sprites are somehow children of body. And every child sprite of body is showing up in the background for some reason. And okay, these other ones, these ones that are... What about this? Where's that? Where are you? Good. Wait, you're attached to Knight 3? No, you're not. No, good. You're not attached to Night 3. You're attached to the project, right? Hell yeah, you're attached to the project. So that means, can I take the project? And no, I can't. Like, if it's a child of the project, I want it to show up. If it's a child of the night, I want it to show up only if it's attached to one of the fucking things, you know. And I need to put that masking on everything, I suppose. I know, it's wild, right? It is stupid. These things, until you get them dialed in, they could be anywhere. Every number has to be right. Every dimension has to be right. Every vector has to be right. Every position, every X, Y, and Z. In all of these aspects of every fucking thing on here always have to be right, or everything gets fucked up really quick. I've found that to be definitely the case when it comes to this fucking game engine. Alright, so I'm going to explain my situation a little more. Well, what if I feel like if I do this to the body, maybe I could fix this. So, I did stuff to the head, right? I made the head have this sprite mask. Can I just copy this sprite mask onto this body? There it is. Alright, so we got that thing in there. Masking. With the night body red. We don't need a speech anchor. Now, head has the body part script. I believe the body does too. It does. What else did I have to do? I forgot the other. I know there was something else I had to do to make this work with this stupid blood explosion preset none game object none body part script. This is head. I only did that to the front arm. I didn't even do that. I did it to this guy's front arm. Blood explosion preset is going to be blood explode. See, I already set this thing to explode over here. So I can't set that yet over here. I'm still trying to get the fucking blood to even show up properly. That's on the body now. Did I tag this head at all? No, it's not tagged. Or anything weird like that. The blood decals themselves, though, I thought. Yep, there they are. There they are. Okay. Well, no, that's... No, but they don't go here. There's got to be blood decals somewhere on this head, though. No? Is it in the mask? No. I'm just gonna check it. Alright, as you can see, it's still doing exactly that. But now the body is also transparent, showing that stuff. And did the body get splatted on? It sure did. And that splatter is above the shield, which is a problem. So that's interesting. It's so weird that that's happening, and now it's happening on both of them. So, again, let's look at the situation here. We've got all these blood decals that are in the wrong spot. And these one, like, how do I get it to... If I click it, it'll come where it's supposed to be, right? No, I gotta be in the scene. Alright, let's do that. If I click on this one, nope, it doesn't work like that. I guess that's it, right? Yeah, it is. So, where is that? That's up here on this one. Knight V3, that's the other character. So are these background things related to it? I'm gonna go over here and see if there's some black. I guess I won't be able to see because I'll never collide with that guy. But this crap. So that one's correct. And like if I move, that should stay selected. Like it should be over here now and selected. Yes, it is. So there's nothing wrong with this, except for that it's in front of the shield. And that's because its order and layer is 100, when it should not be. Or maybe actually the shield's layer needs to have the order and layer be 101. It's not going to let me. Makes me want to put that sprite mask on everything. Okay, everything except all the shield, which I probably should give it one too. Okay. It didn't like that. Okay. See what happens now. Still dark everywhere, but again we got more. We didn't get much more. Just the head and the body, really. Well, okay, what? If that's the case, where are these? So where are these coming from? There's still some crap here. Okay, what is this shit? This stuff doesn't make sense. And this is part of the real deal. But it makes sense when we move, right? That's what the thing is. Move over here, and I think you can justify all that crap. Can we? No, we can't. Can't see that. That. Ugh. Time to drink. You think it's easy? Tiger Hunter, tell me what to do. I don't think it's easy. I think we can do it, though. But... some of them are correctly attached to the body and some... Alright, let's look at these masks. We have built too many of them. Each sprite needs to be visible inside of mask. Visible inside of mask. Aha, there's a problem there. Mask interaction needs to be set for every fucking one of these. So you were right, there was more masking to do. Again, we look here, mask interactions there. We have none here. Visible inside of mask is what we need. Visible inside of mask. 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 Alright. Now something fucked up has occurred by doing that. Maybe I should not do it with the body. Alright, that's... Oh, I didn't, like, line up all these, fucking masks with the body correctly. And plus, I can't do any of this while I'm fucking playing. That's retarded. Okay, so all that didn't happen. We're gonna do it again correctly. We're gonna get all these masks set up correctly. Yeah, I do have a debugger. I can hit this and mess that up. but it's not going to help. I don't need to tell myself the debugger is this hierarchy here is essentially my debugger because it as I'm playing the game I can observe these things change. For example, just take a look. I'm gonna stab this guy. I just stabbed him in the arm, so I should be able to look and see what the hit points of that arm is live in this game, even though no player could do that. So I can go to this other guy and I can look at his front arm, which actually is that 9 feet. I think this is our guy. Maybe it's the back arm. I don't know. It's one of these. There it is. Yep, see the hit points are 90 on this front arm. And normally the hit points of any object are going to be 100, but I did 10 damage with that sword. So that, or that dagger. That's what happened there. So I wouldn't know what all these variables are, but I can find out anytime. I can pause the game state at any time and figure that out. So I don't need to put a bunch of debugging scripts into this, thank God, like I have to do at work all the time, because this is all kind of letting me touch all the variables live. So there's no need for that. In fact, the reason I found out that these fucking blood decals were attached to the knight was because I was fucking looking at it live while it was all going on. Couldn't do that without the game running. So let's remask this guy correctly. So I have a feeling I know what I did wrong. This head mask is perfect. The problem is all these masks are not in the right place. So if I put a mask here, where is it? It's on the head. I don't want it to be the head, so I need to choose the sprite, right? So it's the shield sprite. So I need to choose the shield sprite. This is the hard part. I can just do this. There it is. Got the shield sprite. And move it over on top of it. Bada bing. We're golden with that one. Next, this back arm. So when this animation changes to bend the arm, I wonder what's going to happen to the blood. Don't want to think about that. That sounds shitty. Sounds like a reason to make it have 2 bones. We'll get there later. We're not going to get hung up in that kind of shit. Alright, next, back leg. Back leg has a sprite mask inside it. That is back leg. Alright, that changes everything. And then we need to also make sure that, again, since we did this before, that all the mask interaction is visible inside mask. Let's see what happens. Alright, well, it still looks like it's happening. We do have more splatters on him. Let's see what's going on. Is this cloning two versions? One on this guy and one on that guy? I think it is. Or no, it might not be. We need to find out. I'm gonna put this guy away. I'm drinking Heineken, just regular old fucking Heineken. It's a Monday night, it ain't too special. I got till about 10:30. So, I've got some fucking Heineken. I got another one I could probably slug down during this time. My prayer is that I get the arm to explode tonight. I'm probably just gonna very barely get this stupid bug quashed, but whatever. We're gonna learn more about it by taking and picking up this guy. I should probably change his controller to not be on there. I thought I already took his controller off, but that blood splatter shouldn't hit him, therefore there shouldn't be splat. Oh, I'm wrong. That blood splatter came with him. That blood splatter came with him because it's on him. That's his arm supposed to be exploding. And of course it's splattering all over him. That's what's going on. It's supposed to be in him. So let's get this to not play on Awake, and then let's copy it and bring it out into the regular world, as it shouldn't matter. And I should be able to take this thing and now we'll play it again. Looks good. Alright, so that's going to splatter all over, and it will probably hit mostly the knight. And I can just get some of this ridiculous shit out of the way. It's been falling all the time. I have not been paying attention to any of these items or where they are. So, better get them out of my way for now so I don't have any collision problems. I don't want... Oh, this is the... Alright. Let's try it. Oh, it won't explode. What? Why is this... Why are there junk in the background now? There's junk in the background and I didn't even fucking... The particle effect didn't even go off. This thing doesn't have, this doesn't have Play on Awake on. So... But there was junk already. I'm going to put this way up here and see if the junk appears. And then I'll try to find the junk. Here we go. Alright, again, there's junk everywhere right away. All right, so where are any decals right now? I don't see any. Oh, I totally don't understand this. Oh my god, there's nothing yet. It's still there. It's still shaped like what appears to be... Well, the animation stopped. That's not good. What is this nonsense? They look like the blood splatters. Why are they there? What if I don't... Masked decals rendering in the wrong sorting layer. There they are. I found them. It's this. It's not just this, it's the other one too. This should not show up like this. this prefab existing here behind the scenes is doing me no good. Did I do it? I think I did it. Let's see. We need to turn this back on again with the Play on Awake. Go! Wait. Once again, go. Okay, this is just in the wrong spot still. Don't know why. I wonder if it's getting moved. Let's try it again. I know what the problem is now, at least. This is easy to feel. Yeah. But there was no splatter of blood. And the masking of these masks aren't animating. That's part of the issue. It's because these legs change animations. That's why when the walk happens. This is what I expected to occur here. And that blows. Also, I think these masks are making some of this look thinner than it should be, perhaps. Or maybe it's just that this sword isn't going through or whatever. It's the mask. It's this thing. This thing to be sword. Oh, I can't do it now. Alright, we need to fix the sword. Alright, we're gonna have to change that mask in the animation. Just ass. Yes, we did find it, man, but now we have more ass to deal with. It's just constantly one thing after another with this crap. But once we get it permanent, it'll be permanent. That's the thing. So, we've got this thing rendering black back here, and who cares? That does not matter. It's not part of our game world anymore. Now, we want to put this guy with its max particles here and spray it all over the night. Here we go. It didn't play. Play on Awake. All right, that was a gruesome one, and he's pretty good. Now, when those things move around, the blood textures don't follow the prefab, and these masks don't follow the animation changes in the legs. So when you look at the animator for these legs, when you walk, you got these animations happening here. And I gotta get him first. There we go. Right, we got him. He's walking like this, right? Whoops. I don't know why I just fucked that up. It was in 2D space. I messed it up. There we go. Alright, we get you can even see him all fucked up here. And the problem with this animation is show you where it is. This is the keyframing for that animation. So we've got the back leg and front leg sprites, right? And all these keyframes here, with those, you can see them changing their bend positions here. And when that kind of shit happens, with the back leg and the front leg also here, alternating like that, it makes it look like he's walking. That's how it was. Oh, we're gonna be able to put anything Byte Binge into the motherfucking bowl. We can even put a fucking version of you in there. So, they might have had glass fish bowls. There were glass makers in medieval times. That's for sure. Heating up sand was not impossible back then. They did need to get to a certain temperature in the kiln, but they were able to do that. There were people with vials of all kinds of things. Oh, I just can't be bothered to change my clothes. I was going to go to bed, and then Yuna went to bed early, and it's time to code. And again, I can't be bothered. I'd rather do this than get dressed again, and then put this back on again, because I'm going to go back to bed when this is done. So, these fucking legs, though, they bend. And I need to make the mask change along with this. So let me see if I can theorize this out, and I bet I can fix this. I don't think there's any way around this, unfortunately. I think I just gotta fucking do it. So let's dope sheet. Alright, I need to add to this. Let's stop this. Alright. You gonna let me mess with you? We want to add the front leg sprite mask. Sprite mask. Huh? Material main text, is that what it is? I don't think that's it. How do I change the fucking sprite on it? Sprite, helmet red, sprite mask. Animation, sprite mask. Sprite is not here. This is the sprite editor. If I put the sprite mask, there's no plus here. Material reference, that's not it. Nothing about materials. Nothing about that works. Is it sprite renderer? No, it would be sprite mask. Add I could add all of the sprite mask properties. So I don't know how to do this now. Alright, let's write a script to do this instead of fucking with this. So I'm going to get out of here. And hopefully we can just put this mask synchronizer in here. Let's do it. Let's go to Visual Studio and let's make a new script in here. There's a lot of scripts so far. Let's make another one. New script. Create scripting C#. And we are going to call this script Auto Mask Sync. Where's Auto Mask Sync? You can do it. That's an empty script. I know you can compile. There we go. Alright, so we're going to call this Auto Mask Sync. For each sprite mask, we're going to get the children and make that mask transform to the parent. Alright, I gotta ask this thing a question real quick. That looks very resource intensive. Okay, good. Alright, we're going to put it on this parent item here. We're going to save this. Once it's saved, I should be able to put this on the night prefab. And that should make the masks all synchronize with the sprite changes in the animator. So let's do it. Goes in here. That's it. I think that's all there is to it. Let's check it out. Well, it's not perfect. It's still all messed up. So... we need to know what sprites to use? Fucking shite. Well, at least we got that fucking background issue done. But I wanted the blood on the damn character tonight. That's what I was hoping for. I've still got 20 minutes. We're not out of this yet. We are... We're going to try a lot more complicated approach. This is another one of those we need to save our games thing, I think. But this was nothing, but it's not working. And I'm going to... There's no reference to our sprites that we're trying to change it to. This is nonsense. This is an instance of AI giving us a red herring. We're going to get rid of it. And we're going to get rid of it here. This will happen. It's not a big deal when it does, but you have to recognize it. And the best thing that we can learn from here is from Worthwhile Offshoot TV 6 year, which we sure hope doesn't mean 6 years old. We all know that these spam bots couldn't possibly be any older than 8 years. Disgusting. Don't even belong on Twitch. They violate TOS purely by their age. However, okay. We've got... Alright, we've got a custom editor here, as well as a couple of scripts, so this is going to be a bitch to handle, but we're going to do it. Alright, the third tool is being added to this. So, another script. One script to rule them all. Script. I need another beer. This is going to be called... Oh my god. Alright, we've got high hopes for this bitch. I tell you, auto mask bind editor. But, I mean, we've got tools that work. They're right here. These don't work, but this one is the best one ever. So, we'll fucking see. There it is. See it in Unity. Alright, it's here. It doesn't like it. God damn it. Stop doing that stupid shit. Stupid Unicode crap. Oh, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, getting out of this bitch and going to save. I'm going to close this down. This is serious. I'm going to copy it. This is what I do when I'm making a global change. Do you know how many times I've saved myself by doing this? It is a waste of disk space, but it really gets the job done when it fucks up the whole game and would have wrecked me. I'm gonna go get a beer now. Delicious. And a complete copy has occurred. I should now be able to just pop this bitch back open and try the tool. Alright, there are compilation errors. That makes sense. This script is not great. That is why we backed up the whole fucking thing. We're not even running it yet. I have a very bad feeling about this. That's why I backed it up, though. So we're doing it. We're gonna do this awful thing. We're gonna fuck this up beyond recognition. Let's do it. First, we've got to go into the scripts and make another one. One wasn't enough. And we'll call it whatever the fuck was missing. Sync mask to sprite. There's that script that didn't work before. Okay, are my compilers gone? I think they are. So now I've got jobs. Alright, well. It's very interesting. My tools are gone. Where'd they go? Oh, that's why. Oh, God. It's because there's still compile errors, that's why. They won't even show that bitch, because it's so fucked up. Alright, let's fucking see what it is. Does this work? I'm gonna try something crazy. Edit. Search all scripts. Is there such a thing? I don't see dick like that. Let's try again. Go into the project where the scripts are. And now let's see if it happens. Edit. Search all scripts. There ain't no fucking... oh, there is. Find. Search all. Search all. We're going to look for... I can't even find one fucking thing like that. It says ass. I stuck that thing in something once. I stuck it in this, I stuck it in the night at the bottom. There it is. Did that fix? Still didn't fix everything. There's still 3 of these bitches. Oh, this thing got dick in it. That's the problem. That thing is fucking jacked up. Compile, you bitch. Do it. God damn it. Oh, wait. It might have worked. Yep, it compiled. Okay. We have compiled. Now we should have tools. We do have tools. Now we have reset global scalar tags, blood effects, bind sprite mask to sprite renderers. Did it work? Or did it wreck my project? I'm gonna guess wrecked my project. Alright, this is frozen right now. It doesn't work. I can clearly touch stuff. I can even manipulate the game. It's not working. Oh, there we go. It's because it was paused. Okay, that's not that big a deal. That guy got peppered in yuck, which is great, but yeah, those masks are not working with the animations. I don't think that helped. I mean, I have way more blood splatters on him than he ever was, but they're not staying the way they're supposed to either, so I don't like that either. If I don't move him though, it kind of worked. Alright, we're instead, right now again, I don't know if I want to revert my project yet or not after doing that. It didn't seem to do anything. So, we're going to leave it alone for now. The thing I want to do is go back to the animator. My walking animation. Now I'm supposed to be able to add on my timeline. This is what I tried to do before. God damn it. Is this what it is? If that's what it is, how do I change it? Like, when it comes to this one, I can just go in here and actually do it, right? Alright. Let's just fucking look at this for a second. So we've got leg sprite and this one. And the hell. This is idle. I don't even know what the fuck it's doing. Walk. There we go. When I do this, like if I do this right now and I change this to be this changed one, front leg sprite, front leg sprite, front leg sprite mask, and I change this bitch to be leg 2, like this. That's the only one, right? There's a leg going backwards and a leg. This is the one. And then I do that and I just keyframe it, right? Boom. And it looks like mask sorting order's the only thing that took. That doesn't change anything. So You know what? Unfortunately, guys, unfortunately, I've decided I'm redoing the walk animation, and we're gonna add two more limbs to the knight. We're gonna add the bottom limbs or something to him so that we can get those legs changed quickly. It's not gonna be much different. We're just gonna fucking switch them right where they are. But that will fix this, I think, if we do that. This looks like shit. This sprite thing is not controllable in the animator after all. It's just not. And this script doesn't work. And the mask, we have to change this. And or we have to not change the sprite itself, which is this one, during the animation. So everything else, like, I mean, there's a bent arm too. So we're just gonna have to make it better. It sucks because I want to get to integrating the AI and stuff, but like it's not acceptable if the fucking frames don't work. We need everything to frame up. So is with a heavy heart that I say we've made backwards progress, but at the same time we do have that shitty mask issue gone, which is nice. And now we know what's going on with that. I'm going to ignore this whole issue about this animation now. There might be one last thing I can lock in here before we're done. Alright, let's look at the blood details script really quick. And it looks like we're going to change one thing about this script. So it's going to be this decal transform that happens just after we instantiate this. So, where is it now? God damn. It's the wrong script. This one is the one I need. The one with the instantiation. do not want them to always stay flat. So copying, going back in again. They need to go inward. They still kind of are stuck in the world where the animation makes them look like they're in the background. When it goes down, though, it's fine. It's just like when it goes out and in, it's weird. Why does it do that? It's freaking weird. Yeah, you can see they don't lock at all. They're just like, they're all over the place. The ground is starting to get fucked up as well, which that's not what I wanted. I could make a 3D floor, and I bet these floor blood effects would look so awesome. I should probably do that. Like, I could change the, well, yeah, I mean, it's on right now, but I could change the floor, which is right here. I could change this to 3D. That'd be wild. I could stick it in 3D space over this 2D space, and then the blood would splatter onto this fishbowl, like, correctly at the bottom. Alright, we're gonna try again. Yep, it's happening. I thought so. I needed to do that in 3 places. That's what I thought originally. Now there's 2. But I knew that it was missing 2 of them. That's why I searched for it. This should do it. They're still gonna be on the edge and weird, but well, it's better. It still moves though. It's still moving weird. I bet if I do the, yeah, it's still awful. The issue is parenting. Because all of these blood decals are on the body. God damn it, I'm gonna have to quit here pretty soon. Go. Do it. Figure this out, you piece of crap. Good night, Tiger Hunter. I know I didn't even notice when you fucking said good night, but it's long late. I'm about to go to bed, so good night to you. Fuck me. Alright, this is another one for the books. Please give me some semblance of improvement, for fuck's sake. I really need it, because I've just made myself more work today. It's not what I want. More work is the last thing that we need. Did I save? I sure did. Oh, it doesn't look like it's working. Yep. I'm gonna try it again, just in case I hadn't moved the file or something correctly, and yeah, it still does it. It's still all underbody. They're still hovering away and still on the body. This is a hell of a workaround. I found out the reason why this is happening is because I chose to use, for my collision, this composite collider. That's the problem. So I need to now change the way that I address these collisions in this script, which should be done now, I hope. We should actually see this load something new. Alright, that's interesting because I got one blood on my shield and it doesn't work. It went to the body. Alright, y'all. That is all I could do for this night. We at least got that fucking background shit out of there. I know more problems I've got. We're very close. God damn it, we're close. But I cannot fucking have these systems not working. So I will be back. Tomorrow is not a, yeah, tomorrow's a regular day. God damn it.